Hello, people that know how are doing. Today we're talking about anger issues. So, you know the way people, everybody, including me, everybody, even the Pope himself, would get tick at one stage or another. You know the way anything could just happen and you just like, oh damn it. You know, that everybody does it. It happens to everybody. But I'm talking about anger issues. Like, everybody has hard times. You have to admit that. Everybody has to really admit that. Everybody has very, very hard times. Like, we have to understand that everybody is human and everybody has the same would react the same way. I suppose let's just put it that way. If we let's just say we spilled loads of milk on the ground and you had to clean it up and everything like that. Everybody react the same way. Don't be saying oh damn or oh sugar or something like that. Because everybody is the same and anger issues are just somebody who is not able to handle the anger. Let's just put it that way. It's not a bad thing, but it's something that you can learn to cope with, which is good thing. Like it's always good to learn things, but you can learn to cope with it. I know people did learn to cope with it. It took them a while, but they got there in the end. You know, it's hard. I know it's hard. Some people really push your buttons sometimes to get angry. I understand that. I'm very, very aware of that. Young people nowadays, they drive your buttons up the wall. But but we all have to learn how to cope with it and not to act out. Like it's always better to talk the way I'm talking now, and interacting with people and just not getting taken. Like if I'm shouting at Jews right now and being a dictator about it, it used to be like that man's off his box, you know. But it's always a better way to just speak to people and not shout at people. Like even if you're in a fight, try and calm yourself down. Try and calm yourself down. Try and tone your volume down, and the fight will eventually dissolve. You know what I'm saying? If you calm yourself down, the other person will start to calm down too. It's a gentle calmation, if as I would call it. If like as a politician, you find it hard to sometimes keep your temper. Um, like once or twice, I was nearly lost my temper altogether. I nearly went up and they were ballistic one, two times. But I kind of got ticked for the first few seconds, and then I was like, well, hold on, get me heart rate down, calm down a tiny bit, and the other fellow calmed down too, and we were able to have a good discussion afterward, good, honest discussion, because at the beginning he criticised me for something, and I didn't say what he thought I said, but he didn't hear what I said, so I obviously got angry because he absolutely made an absolute accusation that he wouldn't take back, and I got very ticked with it for about 3 or 4 minutes. And I was like to myself, we're getting nowhere. I have to calm myself down a tiny bit. And I calmed myself down. My voice and my tone quickly decreased, and his tone decreased the same as me, and everything cooled down. Like that's just one example of how you can just take a breath, stand back, take a step back, and just look at the situation you're in, and just like to yourself, there's no need to be getting tick. There's no need to be getting upset about things. It's better just to talk it out instead of just shouting and roaring, because nobody gets anywhere by shouting and roaring. You might if you're a dictator, but apart from that, you won't get anywhere else. Because at the end of the day, if we shout at them, well, nothing will be done. Because if we make people, if we get angry at people, I know there's disorders where people get angry, and I understand that. I really do understand people with them issues, but we have to try and calm ourselves, calm the mind and calm the spirit and calm each other, because it's the way we react to other people that makes them tick, that makes them aggressive, makes them aggro. Because we all have to take a nice tone because we are here together. We might not take it, but if we pick on somebody, say there's trolls around here on the internet, there's trolls just trolling people and making people's life a misery, asking for money and all that. And you just it does affect some people. Like people get very upset, especially when they don't have the money and they make up some random thing because they're in Venezuela or let's just say they're in Australia or somewhere, and these are like my son is dying. I need $50 million or God forbid how much they might what, and you might have to, and you like to them I don't have enough money, and they just say you really want to let my son die and all that. I have seen it, believe me, and that's just something wrong. There is something kind of anger issues wrong with them people, because I can't remember the disorder, but this is the disorder food, and I can't remember and people who do these things have a disorder kind of, but I can't think of it now. I look it up, but I can't remember now. But as I always say, it's always good to be nice to each other. It's always good to be, because you never know how other people could take it. I go on somebody, like, understandable if somebody died belong to you or something like that. It's understandable. Everybody has give a bit of space if something happened like that. Like, we all have to acknowledge that something has happened to these people. But as I said, we have to understand each other. Like, if somebody has a disorder where they get tick very easily, or just get upset very easily, that we have to understand them. We have to acknowledge that they have a problem. We have to face it head first and say to them, look, I understand what's the matter, but we walk around it. We find a way to get it to make you a bit better. Often we make your life a tiny bit better, because nobody likes getting tick. Believe me, I don't like getting tick, because you feel off afterwards. You don't get any sense of pride or anything out of it. Some people do get kicks out of it, but I don't know why. Because the only thing I feel by getting angry with people and getting angry with different politicians and everything is feel like you only feel dread inside you and feel upset inside you. Like, you're just like, I have been a bit too hard on him or her. Like, it's always good, as I always say, always be nice. Because it takes nothing to be nice, and it takes nothing to help people and to acknowledge people's needs and disabilities and everything like that. So yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe more, and yeah, bye.